may I just say? Thank you very much.
I just have a very hard problem with the idea that because we are part of the beautification, everything that we do relates to flowers has to go through beautification.
That's not what we said. Donations. If we pay, did you pay for all the flowers that went into to Diana's situation out of your own pocket? Where does the money for the flowers come from?
The money that Mary gave to Linda has gone back into flowers. All of it.
Oh, I believe you. I've never questioned that for a moment. What I question is donations. And why would she give a donation to you because you do flowers for the precinct?
All right, wait. Now, the treasurer can maybe just answer this question. She wanted the money spent this summer. If it went into the donation to that, it would have not been spent till next year. Is that not correct? Because we're not a revolving account. So that $400 would have been in nebula until next.
We still would have spent the money from the beautification to that purpose, and then that money we could budget money back in the following year. So it can be done. And the fact of the matter is, any donations have to go into the account, because if everybody started doing that, and you know, you're very honest people, and I'm not complaining about that, but if you set a precedent that some money can go into your account, some money can go in your account, but your account they can't go into. Everybody's money that's donated has to go into the precinct account.
If it's donated to the precinct.
Well, if you're accepting money as a beautification member, so
Chuck,
They do a lot more than the
could I say
Go ahead,
something?
Steve.
Okay. I just want to mention one thing, okay, when it comes to, for instance, the money that was just received by, for the Grand Masons, that was, the checks were made out to the village district, okay? Now, as treasurer, you probably know this. A lot of people may not know it because, for instance, I didn't know it until I became treasurer, but the money that, the $500 that the Grand Masons gave, the money that comes in for sand sculptures, $11,000, the stage sponsors, $10,000, and then all of the parking revenue, almost $90,000, all of that money was spent just within the last month. Where it went is all of that revenue is applied to the culture and recreation. It's subtracted from their budget, and then the tax rate is set. So the reality of it is that I can understand, I think what you're thinking is because you wanted the money to be spent on flowers. The Grand Masons money has been spent, it's been put into the, it's been taken away from the bottom line of the culture and recreation so that the DRA could set the tax rate. Correct. And it was put into the same bucket, basically, as all the other revenue. So there's no way of distinguishing it. Now, the fact that you have a budget this year, first of all, it's not just beautification, it's beautification and banners, okay? A budget of $10,500. Now, when the Grand Masons donate $500 to the Hampton Beach Village District, that doesn't change your budget. You can still only spend $10,500, okay? And I'm just using that as a comparison to this other situations, because they're similar but they're different. But you see what I'm talking about with money. Once the money ends up in here, it just kind of slides into the same bucket. There's no distinguishing. So some people may not understand that. I hope that they do. But that's the way it actually works with the state and with the taxes. And just wanted to mention that to clarify. Okay, thank you.
I just disagree with the situation that anytime I work on flowers, money's got to go to the precinct.
Don't look at me, please. Look at these, you know, I'm
If
just
you're working on
explaining
flowers in the
where money
precinct, if
goes.
you're working down at Bicentennial Park and volunteering your time down there, that is not part of the precinct.
Absolutely not.
All right.
And every time there's any,
Do they donate flowers for that, or?
I apply for grants. Every year I have to apply for grants. The town gives me this much, there's no budget, I get no compensation. But John and I are running around in our car, we're out shopping, tomorrow we're going to the transfer station with all this dead stuff. We get some compensation,
Which is fine.
but
Not from that.
Not from the
that's all
Bicentennial
out
Park.
of just our, you know, so, we're thankful. I don't wanna say ungrateful, that, you know, we're so thankful for the budget. I was just upset that there seemed to be a lot of rumors, and we work our butts off. I have
know
to
you
say,
do, and
excuse me on
we get
TV, but
rumors left and
we really
right.
work hard. And
Well, you know,
I was just really
I
hurt.
understand your concern. You know, I've been hurt several times myself in the last few weeks, last few months. However, let me say this. There is a lack of communication, and sometimes it feels purposeful in many areas, particularly this year. Had you come to us and talked about what you'd like to do, nobody comes anymore. We don't answer emails. We don't come to discuss with us. There's a negative attitude, and you don't know what would happen because you never try to talk to us. And you're not the only one, and I really think that has to stop.
But I'm here every month, and I give a report, and when I end, I say, is there any questions? To me, you know, I'm here, I'm present, and I'm trying to be responsible. I want to let everybody know where the money goes. I come out and I say what we did and what we planted, what this and that was broken, whatever. But then I end with, is there any questions? So, I mean, I think that's a bit harsh saying that I don't communicate. I mean, I feel like I make an effort.
I can't argue with you. You're not going to convince me that there is not an underlying attitude going on between several people in this room and the precinct commissioners. And, well, not all of them. And you may sigh, but you're one of the people I'm thinking about. If you came in front of us and never asked a question, you don't know what we might have said. You don't come.
No, but I mean, don't please.
To tell us what she's done.
And she asks you, do you have any questions?
Well,
Whenever she finishes talking, she always asks you, do you have any questions? What else do you want her to do?
I want her to be able to answer a communication by email or by phone, answer if I have a question, if I'd like her to come to meet with
Well,
us.
talk
that's what
about
I'd like.
communication. I emailed the three
When you said a meeting
commissioners.
time, There has to be a mutual time that both people can attend.
I
You
agree.
don't pick a date and say, we're gonna have
We
a
did not, you
meeting.
did you receive an email, ma'am?
Did I receive it?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
About
It
this?
wasn't from you though.
About this?
No.
Then how would you know whether there was a time and place it's done?
You just said it. You just said you had asked her to a meeting, and she said you couldn't remember how she responded to you.
I said she responded that she wasn't going to come, which I think you agreed that you did do.
But you couldn't remember her terms or the words she used.
Well, she clarified
That's how
that
you
very
know
clearly,
what-
and basically it was, I'm not coming.
All right, let's move on.
That was what she said, and she.
Yeah,
Let's move on. Let's
let's
move
move
on.
on. I want to end on a
Let's try to work
positive
together,
note.
all right?
And